Hi, I want to share a testimony with you about no matter how much you feel like your back's against the wall, God can always make a way. My name is Daryl Pinnock, and I'm building a project called the Give All Glory Project. It's all surrounded by a song I created that it was birthed from a question that I've asked myself: how can I express my gratitude for your greatness? And today's testimony that I will be sharing just kind of plays a big part in just how God has just made ways for me when I didn't know how He's going to do it, when I didn't see it, when there was no evidence. He just made the way. And so it's kind of a reason why I don't really doubt God and this project that I'm doing. It's a big project, but I have no doubt that He will make the way and He will do great things through this project if it's only one person that gives their heart to the Lord. But enough said, let's get into the testimony. It was my birthday. It was my 18th birthday. And I was at home, playing video games. And I kind of noticed I had some cousins in town, my aunt was in town. And I noticed that there was no one in the house, not my mom, not my sister, not my brother, not my family that was in town. There was no one in the house. It was just me. So, I'm there playing video games. So, I'm reveling in just being me alone. So, I wasn't paying attention. I knew that I had a meeting to go to with my youth director at the time. So, I was just hanging until that time comes. Probably would have did something with my families later on. So, probably go out to dinner or something. So, that's what I was thinking. So, I go to my church. I went to meet with my youth director. We had a meeting, and then she told me that she had to give me something. I should follow her downstairs. So there was a downstairs hall at the church I was a part of at the time. And we went downstairs and we went into like the hall area where they have most of the events that, like, if they want to have an event downstairs. And the lights were off, so we were going in, and as soon as I went in, lights flicked off and I heard surprise. So come to find out, my mom put together a surprise birthday party for me, and I was really honored by that. It was a blessing. It was good to see all these different faces and everybody that wasn't at home, that I was wondering where they were. They were waiting for me. And we had a good time. It was a good party. I mean, for the most part, it was a blur. But I know I had a good time. I remember the faces that were there, and seeing all these different faces, which, really, it melted my heart and it put a smile on my face. And I was really grateful to my mom. But something happened. There was a presentation being made to me, and I didn't think much of it. Just another nice gift I was getting. But I learned that a lady at my church was raising money for me to go to college. And you say, wow, that's nice. But let me explain to you where I was at that time. I was not eligible for a scholarship. I wasn't eligible for a grant because when I first came to this country, I was born in Jamaica and I migrated to this country at a very young age. So I didn't have all my papers intact to be eligible for certain things, and schooling was a large part of it. So because I wasn't eligible for for different things, I wasn't eligible for a grant, scholarship, or anything that I basically had to pay for college out of my pocket, which at that time it didn't seem like it was going to happen. So it didn't seem like I was going to go to school. My mom never doubted. She said, God's going to make a way. So I kind of was raised under that premise that God is going to make a way. Now we come back to the party. And I'm at this party and this presentation is being made and tears is just coming down my eyes. The lady's name was, we called her Sister Julia. And I'm just crying because when you feel like there's no way and God shows up on time, because my birthday was June 22nd, so in a couple of months it was time for school, and I got accepted to this architectural based college close by. I didn't mind staying home, so I was planning to commute. And the lady at my church knew an architectural couple. I think it was a couple. I know the lady for sure was an architect. And they paid my tuition. And it ended up being about two and a half years they paid my tuition for. But that night at the party, I remember one of our friends, Edie, she was there crying. I just remember everybody crying. I was crying. Every time I remember testimonies like these, it just reminds me of how he's just always just coming through for me. So when I started to write this song, that's why that question came. How can I express my gratitude for your greatness? I want you to think about that and ask yourself that question. And as you ask yourself that question, think about the things that the Lord has brought you from, things He has brought you through, things that the times when He just came in on time. He came in on time to just make it right. And I still remember it. It was just my mom working. She wasn't making enough money. She was going to have to basically almost kill herself to make this happen for me, or I wasn't going to go to school. And I would try to figure out how to make some job off the books or something. But He didn't allow that to happen. He made a way. So, as you go along in life, I want you to ask yourself that question. How can I express my gratitude for your greatness. Give all glory.